What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. It's your girl, Keefa. It is Savage Talk with Keefa. Woo! Yes, 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 and yes. So we are back from the holidays. You're listening to 101 TKO Radio with your Savage Coach, Keefa. We are live in the building every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. So look, I don't want to forget. I want you guys to dial in for this because let me tell you what we're going to be talking about. I've got some great stuff that I want to bring back to you guys. And I know you've already been listening and you've been seeing all on Instagram, all on Facebook, whatever social media platform you're listening to. I know you guys have been seeing what's going on with Diddy, right? Don't tell me you have not been seeing what's going on with Diddy. The rise and fall. I mean, is it really the fall? Is Diddy going to be canceled? We're going to be talking about that. We are going to be talking about the Black Friday shopping, the Cyber Monday shopping. Are you guys spending too much? Are you just a consumer? Are you consuming more than you're putting into the world? Consuming more than you are depositing into the world? We're going to talk about that as well. So let's get it cracking, you guys. Again, I'm your girl, Keefa. I'm your Savage Coach. Y'all know I get so hyped. I want to work out on the show. I want to work out on the show, and I want y'all working out with me on the show. But I am not going to do that today. I said I'm not going to do it today, but y'all know it's coming. So check this out. Diddy, P. Diddy, Puffy Combs, Sean Combs. What other names that he's gone by? The artist formerly known as Puffy, Sean. Now he's just Diddy. Or is it just a pity? Y'all tell me what it is. I'm not a rapper or a lyricist, but I can't resist. Where are we in the land of Diddy land? Okay, so first Cassie had a lawsuit against him. Right? Was the lawsuit phony or do y'all think she got paid? Do you think she got that 30 million? Maybe not 30. Did she get 5 million? Did she get 8 million? What you think, Nelson? Did Cassie gain? Well, let me ask this. What did Cassie gain from this? Tell me all the things you think she gained from this. Money, back in the spotlight. Is Diddy giving her another chance to do an album? What's going on? What's going on? What you think?
No, I don't think she got, well, I don't know because, so I'm not a woman, so I can't relate on, past trauma or especially, involving that. But she definitely got some money.
30? Did she get anywhere close to the 30?
Yeah, I think she got the 30, but, of course, probably gave it to some other people, whoever helped out or whatnot. But yeah, I think she got close to it.
She might have got more. I mean, well, first of all, did he have $30 million? Like, really? Because I don't know his financial situation, but 50 Cent weighed in on it. And, when 50 go in, he bought the money.
Right.
He made him an offer. Okay, pennies on the dollar. I'll buy a Revolt before it's really worth just pennies.
Right.
So maybe 50 knows something that we don't. Does Diddy have 30 million to give Cassie? I don't know. I don't know. But Cassie, she probably got at least 5. I think she got at least 5.
I would say more, but okay. I mean, because 5 out of 30?
Well, think about it. The 30 might have just been a show of I'm serious and I'm coming for you. All the things that you did to me, you're going to have to pay for. So that might have been trumped up.
Oh, yeah, because they settled, so it could have been
they settled.
Less.
That's right. So I think they probably settled when it's all said and done, because I agree with you. I believe Cassie probably had to pay some people. So I think she probably got about 15 to 20 that she settled for.
I would say, yeah, that sounds about right.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there was another non-disclosure, meaning that, okay, so he says, I'm going to give you this 15 million, but you can't talk about nothing else that you have not already talked about. So, you know what's happening? This is why the assistants and stuff is coming out. Because, see, oh my God, this could be a movie. So check this out. if I'm Cassie, I take that 15 million and I tell my people, I can't bring up this other stuff. But see, you can. And this is how we gonna get the whole 30 million back. I don't know, this sounds crazy.
But then for those other people who would say something, they would have to in some form or fashion have to be there, have to witness or whatever they're saying, versus it'll be just hearsay.
Well, yeah, the one guy said he witnessed it. He said he witnessed Diddy put hands on her. He said he witnessed her cowered over on the side of the toilet because he beat her up so bad. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Now, see, this is even though you said it, you can't relate because you're a man. But I'm gonna tell you, see, I as a woman, I can't relate to somebody putting me in a position to where I am so fearful that I won't defend myself. I cannot comprehend that. I don't want to, like, I would never discredit women that feel what they feel, because women feel what they feel and we all were brought up differently. I just think that, I was brought up in a different era, and I was taught that if somebody kick your butt, you better not come home crying, which is like a lawsuit. If you come home crying, mom's gonna beat your butt. Okay, so I grew up in that era where I was more afraid of my parents than a bully. I wasn't gonna let no bully just beat me up. Right. And me not do anything. So I don't understand women that get in those positions. And I am the first to admit that I am ignorant when it comes to that, because I don't know what it feels like. I just really don't know what it feels like to let someone beat up on you. I don't care how much money is involved. And it's not even just about the money. It is something psychological. It's something psychological there that puts a woman in a position to where she allows that to happen to herself.
And how old was she during that time? Like when?
I believe she was in her early 20s.
So then that played a factor too, her being young, and then probably just thinking about her career. If this is, if this doesn't work, then I'm not going to have a career. So, a whole bunch of fear tactics probably played into it too.
Right. So there's so many dynamics at work, and I think fear is just one. Culpability, that is also at work, because it is like you said. I believe, Cassie is like a lot of other people who, just like the women who was messing with Bill Cosby. Now, of course, they didn't go there to get roofied, but they went there having an idea of, this is how far I'm going to go. Well, you know what I'm saying? You don't just go into something like that without any idea.
You can't be too naive.
You can't be too naive. So look, if I'm Cassie, yeah, okay, I'm like, okay, it's Diddy. So I'm going to go, we'll have a couple of drinks. I don't intend on doing more than that. But, this is the land of Hollywood. I always say it, it's the land of Hollywood. You don't know what's going to go down. You may show up, Diddy's got 10 other people there. He's got his bodyguards, he's got his boys, and he can have Chris Brown, like all of the known Hollywood celebrities that don't quite have great relationships with women. I'm just putting it that way. So if I'm Cassie, yeah, I need a boost in my career. Diddy's the man to do it. I know he's feeling me. I know he wants more than that. So how far am I willing to go? Now, I'm going to have some drinks. I'm going to make them feel good in a way that is stimulating the mental. But Diddy ain't interested in the mental. He's not interested at all. He just wants to control me. He wants to, he already knows he wants to make me one of his artists, like Danity Kane. So I already know I'm going to be a marginal artist at best and hope people buy my stuff. And y'all know, this is Savage Talk with Keefa. I'm just keeping it real. Cassie's a marginal artist. She never was a great artist. She was more beautiful to look at than good to listen to. Put it that way. So this is what happens. she had this in her mind, but Diddy had something else. He already knew he was going to make her an artist and he was going to control her. And this is my opinion, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Men of a certain age, if you know you dating a woman that's half your age or even less than that, you already know it's because you can exert some sort of control. You already know that. And you're a celebrity. So you already know she's going to come in with her eyes wide open, looking for that fame, looking to share that bottle of Ciroc, looking to be at that VIP booth with Diddy and all of his people.
Yeah, and then you got to think about it during that era. Diddy was at the top of, hip hop, R&B. So he was already there, so that definitely, brought, thing like, wow, okay, he can make it break.
Yeah. Right. So I think this is one of the problems that I think men don't get when women come forward after the fact. It's been years and years and years. And not just men. Some women don't get it too, but I think women understand it a whole lot more. When fear is involved and power and force is involved, it is difficult for a woman to come forward when she's not, because the line is never really clear how much is acceptable and how much is not acceptable. You understand what I'm saying? When you get into a relationship with someone, because if I start off as your artist, I know what lines I'm not going to cross. But then if I cross the line and now I'm your artist and I'm your woman, and I've already understood and agreed to be your woman when I know you have 4 or 5 other women, then the line is blurred. What's acceptable and what's not acceptable for some women. Now, putting your hands on physical, that's never acceptable. That's never acceptable, okay? Unless you agree to it. You could do it in a way, but that's a whole nother show, Nelson. I'm not talking about that. That's a whole nother show. But y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. The thing is, if you are not clear where the line is, you're not going to know if the line is crossed, right? And if the line is crossed and you have already, and this is what typically happens, you've already gotten so used to being with this one person, he's already cut you off from your friends and family under the auspice of, well, they not on the list. They not on that level. I only got a certain number of people that can roll in my entourage. So now you don't even have a support system. You're just out there on your own with an old dude, right? He's Diddy, but he's still an old dude. He's still in Hollywood. He's known to like women. He's known to like to drink and get a little buzz and tipsy and all of that. So what do you do? What do you do? Because now you don't want to feel like a fool, which I've heard some women say that. They feel like a fool if now they go back to their family and their girls and like, I got a song coming out, but I also been getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? All of this is what these women deal with. And I think also because we are in a society where there is weak resiliency, weak backbone. Everything is online, lacking of social skills, lacking the skills to be able to defend yourself, lacking the skills to be able to speak up for yourself. The society now is just missing a lot of that in general. And as a result, people like Diddy, they end up reinforcing all the bad behaviors that they've been doing over the years. And now that Cassie's come out, now the other lady who tried to sue him all them years ago and her case was dismissed, she said the same thing about him all these years ago. Her case was dismissed. She brought her case back. So she's going to try it again. And I applaud her because you know what? You don't let that stuff slide. When it's really happened, you don't let it go.
All right.
Now, I don't know if it really happened or what. I don't even know if it's going to make it to court. But is society going to cancel Diddy after this? Now, I'm not going to lie. For Thanksgiving, even though I knew he paid Cassie off, I bought a big bottle of Ciroc that I took to my mama's house. Okay, and we went through that passion fruit Ciroc like it was orange juice. I'm not gonna lie. So, but now after that, I ain't buying no more Ciroc. If he's still part of Ciroc, I really don't know. I'd have to go back
Now,
and
if
check.
somebody buy you a drink and it's alright, you're gonna drink it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm not gonna ask. So this is how I keep myself honest. I'm not gonna ask if it's a rock. Because see, when you don't know, God looks out for babies and fools. And you don't know what you don't know. So I would be a fool to ask. If this is a rock, now I gotta tell you to take it back because I'm boycotting. I didn't cancel Diddy. But okay, so no. Is Diddy canceled? I mean, is Diddy even relevant? Was he relevant even before the case? Is he relevant?
I guess depending on what's your definition of relevance. I don't know. I mean, because he making himself relevant. He on not too long came out with the album, which I credit is a good album, the Love album.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, hold on, hold up. What album exactly are we talking about? Oh, okay. I haven't heard all of that.
It's a good album. So outside of that, I think he just like, so making himself be in the limelight for whatever antics or anything that he's doing. So,
well, so there's some that would say yes, he is relevant because of what he brought to music, and he's somewhere probably still teaching other artists some things, but I don't know if that's a fact or not. However, outside of music, I don't know that to the Black and Brown community. I don't know how much relevance he has.
well, the media revolt. That's so that's still a lot of people still look at revolt. For the different
True.
podcasts and things of that nature. So if you look at that, but honestly, when I first heard of revolt, I didn't know that was such a.
I didn't either. But when I did find out, I thought it was a great thing.
Right.
Right. I thought it was a great thing. And I thought, man, am I happy that he's done this? Because Diddy is one of those artists I have always felt like needed to do more for the community. You know, I felt like it's not enough that you're trying to help bands, like when he came out with Making the Band, right? You're making the band, but see, you're also, it's something in it for you. I want to see Diddy do stuff for the community where there's no benefit in it for him. You understand? That's true philanthropy. I'm all about networking and doing things together with other people, but Diddy is just one of those Hollywood A-listers. He's still an A-list celebrity. Hollywood A-listers that I've never felt did enough to give back to the community. Especially since, we have given him so much, not only in terms of music, but of course, supporting everything he does. From Ciroc to Revolt, to Making the Band. And listen, who listens to Danity Kane now? I mean, if it was still a such thing as exactly, if it was still a such thing as a $2 CD bin, Danity Kane would be in there.
I can't even think the name of their single.
Right. Nobody can. Listen, nobody can, Nelson. But I would buy it for $2, maybe $5, just so I can show my kids this is a CD. But yeah, besides that, so anyway, we got a lot to talk about. Diddy being canceled. Where are you at with that? You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio. What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa, only on 101 TKO Radio. We are knocking them out the box, y'all. Knocking them out the box. So make sure you guys download that app. But look, before the break, we were talking about Diddy. Okay? Is Diddy canceled? Is it a wrap for Diddy? Is it over for Diddy? P. Diddy, Sean Combs, Puffy Combs, all the names he's known by. Is it a wrap? So this is my thought on if it is just fully a wrap. Okay? Think about R. Kelly. Think about Cosby. Think about all of these actors. I don't even know their names. I would recognize, you recognize their faces. They're B-list actors. Been in lots and lots of movies, but maybe not starring. Kevin Spacey, he's probably considered an A-list, maybe a D-list now, but you know what I'm saying. All of these actors, singers they now have tarnishes on their record. Specific tarnishes that have to do with being abusive to women. Chris Brown. Can't forget Chris Brown. So these are things, it's said that the public, people have a short attention span. That's true for all things except abuse against women. We don't never forget that. Okay? I do not care. I don't care how much time has passed. Somebody could say so-and-so came out with a new cut, a new track, and we say, yeah, but didn't he beat that woman up back in when, or didn't he choke that lady out, or whatever it was? These are things that, in my opinion, it is virtually impossible to come back from. At least I feel like it's virtually impossible to come back in the same vein. So here's what I mean by that. I'm going to use, since we're talking about Diddy, I'm going to use Diddy as an example. See, Diddy's not going to be able to come back as an artist, producer, all of the stuff that made him famous. He's not going to be able to come back under those same titles of grandeur. Now, let's suppose he starts a nonprofit organization that starts raising money and that starts, curing some disease, or I'm just making it up, but doing something that really makes an impact in the community. Those are the only ways, in my opinion, that I will personally allow somebody to even come back and take up real estate in my brain. Okay? I will never, ever have the same respect for them as I did. As much respect as you can have for someone that you don't personally know. Okay, so let me put that out there. So when I talk about respect for an artist, I'm talking about respecting his talent, respecting his skills. At one point it would have meant respecting his judgment, knowing who's going to make it, who's got it, who doesn't have it. That's what I mean by respect. Okay, I can't sign on to any moral respect because I don't know him individually. So just to quantify that, so you know what I'm talking about. But if he was to come back and say, look, even if he said, I don't agree, it all went down like that, but because I understand the importance of this, because I understand the impact to the community that I've made, good, bad, or indifferent, this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually donating XYZ to whatever charity, domestic abuse charity. You're not going for it. Nelson's shaking his head. No, y'all. He's not going for the donating to the domestic charity.
Well, I'm not saying that, but the minute he do that, it's going to open up the can of worms from other women who's going to want to be heard, and that's going to be more and more civil suit, because I think he just in that it opened up the door for other people to really come out, right? Yeah. So it's just gonna, and then if he admits to it or semi admit to it and do the donation, what you're saying, it's still gonna backfire on him because that's gonna be a proven point where these people have a valid point and they're doing so He just, yeah.
Yeah, he out of luck.
Oh, yeah.
But this is what it comes down to. And it comes down to in his belief in a greater power and his belief in doing the right thing. Because I feel like with Cosby, with all of these folks, they have a hard time just coming 100% clean. Like they'll never say, I did it. They always come with some BS.
Nobody,
Yeah, I know. They don't want to, but the truth is the truth.
right.
The truth is the truth.
Well, they may admit it, but I don't think they want to admit it in the public.
No, of course they don't want to admit it in public. But let me, your greatest opportunity for redemption is, if you're familiar with any 12-step programs, and I say this because you guys know, if y'all know me, y'all know I talk about it all the time. It's part of my story. My dad was a heavy drug abuser, so I'm familiar with 12-step programs, Al-Anon programs, and I'm also familiar with why they actually work and help people. And one of those steps means it says you have got to admit your wrongdoing. You got to admit, because if you don't admit it, you are not giving the people you hurt an opportunity. You're not validating the fact that you hurt them. So you have to admit all the way to the lowest of the low stuff you did so that you yourself can have your own redemption.
But what everybody's gonna go by what Dave Chappelle said.
What Dave Chappelle said? Well, he said a lot of things. He said he got Oprah pregnant too, and he quit his job and all of that.
He said, "I plead the fifth." People is not going to admit, especially when it come out to it. Now, if it was in closed court or something like that.
Yeah, and that's important. It's important, even if you don't do it in public. But I think, I'm always talking about creating your life and manifesting all the things you want in your life with ease. And in order to do that, you have to create your life from extreme transparency and authenticity, right? And when you've hurt people, that means falling on the sword and saying, this is what I did. Even if it wasn't your intention to hurt them, you've got to admit, I did XYZ. It was not my intention to hurt you, but I did XYZ and it did hurt you. You can't put a spin on this stuff. You cannot. And it's very common that men and women that abuse other people, they put a spin on it. They put a spin on it. And people will say, well, Cassie knew what she was getting into. The thing is, I just don't think you do know what you're getting into. Cassie at 22, 23, she had no idea what she was getting into. And I think most women who date men that's in their 40s, they don't have no idea what's in this man's mind. Because you know what? A man that's in his 40s, especially if he had the kind of money that Diddy has, a man that's in his 40s has experienced things that probably 99% of regular men won't even ever think about. And at 22 years old, you have no idea what this man's thinking about doing with you, to you, for you, any of that. You just can't comprehend it.
Right.
You can't comprehend it. So listen, you guys, call in. You can weigh in on this, okay? Call in 678-439-7419, 678-439-7419. 101 TKO Radio. You're listening to Savage Talk. We're talking about Diddy being canceled. I think this is the end. I think it's the end, especially since he's already settled. Now there is going to be even more people coming out of the woodwork saying XYZ happened. I believe there's also going to be some coming out of the woodwork that are embellishing, because you have opportunity for embellishers. You have opportunity for those who actually have experienced some abuse from Diddy and other men. See, that's the thing. When the ball is dropped on one man, now it opens up the doors for more women and men to come out speaking their truth about other Hollywood folks. Okay, so it ain't just Big Willie and Dwayne Martin, even though all that stuff was consensual. Now we got Diddy. And I don't think it's going to stop there. And then it makes me wonder, like all the artists from the Bad Boy days, like Mace, because I love Mace, and I'm gonna tell you why I love Mace in a minute. But it makes me wonder if the artists back then, because think about it, of the art of those artists that was with Bad Boy Entertainment or making a band or whatever, all of the projects that he's touched over the years, the ones that are all living and alive, which ones still fool with Diddy? See, that says a lot, man. That says a lot. Because if all of the folks that made you all of that money don't fool with you, that makes me believe that with their own eyes, they saw, with their own ears, they heard things.
Or then they realized they actually signed a bad deal.
And they signed a bad deal. And check this out. He's just not a good person. He's not somebody that people want to be around unless he's paying for VIP, he's bringing the Ciroc, he's making the party, right? I believe a lot of those Hollyweirders are like that. How many people are going to be around them if they just say, "Hey, let's go hang out. Let's go get some coffee. Let's talk." No, you know why? Because see, you already know what's on his mind. Some weird stuff. He's not looking at you for business, but he's looking at what he wants to do to you, and he gonna try to control your mind and all of this stuff. So I think that says a lot. But now let me tell you about Mace. Now, Mace, I have so much respect for this brother because you know why? Number one, he left Bad Boy a long time ago. Then he got into preaching and all of that. But see, he says he had a vision and he knew God had a different path for him. Now, whether he saw things or not, I don't know. But he saw something that was enough to make him go in a different direction. And when I tell you this, like, have you ever heard Mace preaching?
No.
Oh, when I tell you this brother is brilliant, okay? He is brilliant, not just as a lyricist. Man, he could break down that word in a hip hop way, in a way that, even if you ain't churchy, because I'm not churchy, but I love learning. He can break down that Bible and relate it to your day-to-day life to make you say, man, all of these years, all of these millions of churches I've been to, all of these pastors, the preaching and spitting and hooting and hollering I didn't listen to, I have never heard a pastor, teacher break something down to the level of I wake up every day and this is what we deal with, right? Mace is on that level. The brother is brilliant. I don't know what his IQ is, but I know it's high. I know it's high. So he's a brilliant, brilliant brother. And I believe God did show him something. And God put him on a different path so that his hands are clean. Now, I'm knocking on wood because I don't know. Y'all know I'm just a talk show host. I'm just talking. And I don't want y'all hitting me up talking about, no, well, Mason did this. I don't believe it. But if somebody come out saying it, listen, my ears are open. I'm listening. But I just don't see it. So yeah, you guys, you can weigh in. Let me know. Do you think it's over for Diddy? Is it a wrap? And this is what I also want you to think about. When it's all said and done, what is his net worth going to be? What is his net worth going to be when it's all said and done? So let's say right now we're at the end of 2023. Let's say by about 2025. What is his net worth going to be? If he's worth, 40 million, if he's worth 40 million, and I don't know how accurate it is because I really just don't know what his financial situation is. I don't know that he's bringing like what money new music is bringing in. Of course, he still has publishing for a lot of the older stuff that's still being played, so he's making royalties off that, I'm sure. But are those royalties enough to pay Cassie 15 million or whatever it is, and then to pay this next sister who coming out who probably gonna get some millions, and whoever else? Is it enough to sustain him? And if not, what the heck is he gonna do to survive, y'all? Because who gonna be buying the music? Yeah, crickets. Who gonna want to work with him? What major artist is gonna want to work with him to make new music to help him out? I don't know, you guys. So this is the world. This is the world that we live in. I don't think. I tell you what, though, I'm glad I'm not a man. I'm glad I'm not a man because I know it's a lot of men that's thinking, dang, I hope so-and-so don't ever call me up saying, you remember when X, Y, Z? I don't remember. Who is this again? So look, I'm not making light of any of this, y'all, but I'm saying the things that we all talk about when this type of stuff comes up on social media. We all talk about it, and everybody has opinions. Some people feel like, well, if you didn't say nothing 10 years ago, don't say nothing now, right? And if that's how you feel, you better not say it publicly because you're going to get your head chopped off, and then they're going to chew it up and spit it out, and you're going to get canceled too. So I'm just letting you know. But that is how some people feel. And then there's some people who feel like, well, look, I don't care if it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. If it was something that you did not explicitly say, yes, you can do this, then you need to be calling somebody out. This thing is crazy, y'all. It's a whole spectrum of beliefs on how to handle this. And like I was saying earlier, there is, when it comes to you dating somebody, is there a hard demarcation line? Is there a hard demarcation line? What's acceptable? What's not acceptable? When it's acceptable? When is it not acceptable? Because look, how many times, if you're a guy, how many times have you heard a woman say, yeah, we could do this, but not when I feel like this? You understand? So see, some things are acceptable in the bedroom at certain times, but it's not always acceptable. And sometimes women expect men to read their minds, and that doesn't happen. And that's why I say there is no hard demarcation line, because see, last week we might have did something. I might have let you choke me a little bit last time, but next week you can't just assume I'm gonna let you choke me. You know what I'm saying? So it can be difficult, especially if we should. And when there also changes things. So what you did while you were under the influence may not be acceptable when you're not under the influence. And these are adult conversations. And it's just my opinion that men and women, when they're dating, they got to have these conversations. Just like if you are in business with someone, you have to have the business conversations. This is what you're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. If you do X, Y, and Z that you're not supposed to, we're going to have a problem. So you guys know, I'm always talking about relationships, right? These are just relationships. All relationships have rules and standards. And the problem is when one person's rules and standards don't match the other person's rules and standards, and there's no communication about it. You cannot assume that I like everything you like. You cannot assume that I know what you're thinking and that I know what you want me to do. And I can't assume you know I, y'all know what I'm saying, right? That's the thing. You've got to communicate. You've got to communicate. So check this out, you guys. We've been talking about Diddy, right? I wanna change focus just for a little bit, okay? But after the break, we're gonna talk about it. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa, only on 101 TKO Radio. Oh, let me see if we're What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. We are back. You are listening to Savage Talk with Keefa, only on 101 TKO Radio, y'all. So check this out. I know I said before we went to break, I said I was going to just change up a little bit because I know I've been getting on Diddy and this whole thing. But as soon as I looked at my phone, I cannot in good conscience move on to my next topic without acknowledging this madness I see. Okay. Diddy and R&B star Aaron Hall took turns raping women, a new lawsuit claims. Now this is crazy. A new lawsuit claims. Listen, y'all. Now you guys probably saw that clip of Aaron Hall that was circulating a couple days ago. Now, and I don't even know how that clip got out, but it didn't make him look, him meaning Aaron Hall, it did not make him look great, okay? It did not put him in a good light. I know what he was trying to do, but it was just bad all the way around. So here we are a couple days later. Diddy and R&B star Aaron Hall. Y'all know Aaron Hall from Guy. Aaron Hall's from the singing group Guy. Great singer, okay? And a lot of people used to compare him to R. Kelly. It was the R. Kelly era, all of that. Teddy, Lord, almost said Teddy Pendergrass. Y'all, who old enough to even remember Teddy Pendergrass? But not Teddy Pendergrass. Y'all know the other Teddy who was also in Guy.
Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley, thank you. And Blackstreet and all of that. Lord, Teddy Pendergrass. But that's a whole nother thing. So they took turns raping women. Now, remember I said it is going to be more women, possibly men, who knows? It's Hollywood, coming out of the woodwork. And now Aaron Hall is in it. So how many men do y'all think out there is clenching their butts right now saying, oh God, oh God, oh God, thinking about all of them times, thinking way back to Jack the Rapper. Way back to Jack the Rapper. Let me tell you what made me remember that, because the first time I ever saw Mary J. Blige was at Jack the Rapper. She was a background singer for, what's his name? Father MC. Father MC. Y'all remember Father MC? Okay, so I know men everywhere in hip hop and R&B is somewhere clenching their butts like, oh my God, do I need a lawyer? Do I need to? Probably can't get no sleep because now Aaron Hall's in it. And guess what's going to happen? Some other men is going to be put in it. Some other women going to come out saying, oh yeah, I was there when they raped so-and-so. And another guy's name is going to be put in it. So this is, y'all look, this is about to be crazy. And then not only that, Capital Preparatory Charter School has ended their partnership with Diddy. Okay? 50 Cent already called it when he said, I think it was Clorox and who was the other one? Some other. AT&T. And AT&T, they're going to pull out. At the time that he made that post, I don't think they had done it yet. But you know what's coming. You know what's coming. So Diddy, not only is he getting canceled, you guys, my question was, is Diddy going to be canceled? And we are on Savage Talk with Keefa, effectively listening and watching it happen. It is happening as we speak. Diddy is getting canceled, okay? And money, I know he probably sees dollar signs going up in smoke while he is somewhere probably drinking some Ciroc, worried to death. Because see, how many lawsuits can he afford to settle? That's what it comes down to. How many lawsuits can he afford to settle? Because you know what? Look, if I'm a woman, if you gave Cassie 15 million, I want 15 million too. Because you know, you put hands on me, you beat me up, you did all the same stuff. The only difference was I wasn't your woman, or you know, whatever it is. I'm just saying. So how many lawsuits can he afford to settle? Listen, y'all, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good for Puffy Sean Combs. And check this out, though. This is what's crazy. Does Aaron Hall have any money to settle any cases?
Nope.
So he doesn't have no money to settle cases. So what's gonna happen to him? He gonna be sitting next door to R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and Kevin Spacey and all of these other jokers. Man, listen, they gonna have the whole prison wing. It's gonna be known as the Hollywood wing. Okay, the Hollywood wing is gonna be a floor. Let's give them the penthouse in jail. Okay, because they got a little money. They probably paying off security guards and paying off these prison wards and all of that. So they all on the penthouse, right? But still, as guilty as they want to be, and if oh God, this is bad. This is bad. How's the saying go? The rooster has come home to roost. I don't know what that means, but look, y'all know what it means. You heard it before. The rooster has come home to roost. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. So check this out. Now I'm going to pivot. And earlier in the show, I mentioned Black Friday shopping, Cyber Monday shopping. Okay, let me tell you why I wanted to talk about that. Because in America, do y'all know our country, we are the greatest consumers. You know what that means? That's just another way of saying we buy so much stuff. We buy so much stuff. More than other countries when it comes to stuff. Okay, now that's not to say other countries aren't buying gas, fuel, and they're not buying things that we export from the United States. But by and large, in America, and let's talk about Atlanta where we are, okay? You as an individual, when you said you wasn't going to buy anything for Cyber Monday and Black Friday, when you said you already have everything you need, you don't need to buy nothing else. Were you being honest with yourself? Look, I'm going to tell you, I said all of that too, and I still bought some stuff. I said all of that. But you know what? We are conditioned on our smartphones. We are conditioned to want to open up emails. Even when we know we don't need anything from the folks sending them. Even when we know we should have already unsubscribed. Because see, for me, I really find that is the best way to get something off my brain. I've got to get it out of my email list. So I want you to think about this. When it comes to the things that you buy, where does the thought start? See, before smartphones, before emails and all of that, we actually would get newspapers or we would see commercials on TV, right? That's called marketing. They would market to us. You see McDonald's commercials, Target commercials, Walmart commercials, whatever. So that's where that seed was planted, right? So if you weren't watching TV or listening to the radio, the chances are you weren't being exposed to all of this consumerism, buy this and buy that. But now, it is almost 100% chance, if you have an email account, you are having things marketed to you in your email daily, multiple times a day from the same people and companies. So what are you doing so that your brain does not overload being a consumer? Overload with consumption, right? This is what I mean by that. And I want you to think about this. This is something that I have my clients do. Okay? Think about when you first look at your emails. Think about how much time you spend going in your emails looking at the stuff that people are selling to you. Whether you intend to buy it or not. Okay? On a daily basis, how much time do you spend in your email box? And with respect to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, did it increase? Did it increase? Meaning, did you go to your emails and were you looking for stuff to buy? And did you actually buy this stuff? Because I'm going to tell you, this is one of the biggest reasons people are not successful in their own businesses. And that is they are too busy consuming other people's businesses. Now, I'm going to quantify that statement because, see, I'm someone who believes in business success, you got to support other businesses. That's a given. You got to support charities, all of that, right? If you have something for sale that's $5,000, if you've never spent $5,000 with somebody else for that same thing, then you're not going to be as successful because that is just the way the world and the universe works. It's going to reward you with the things you want by doing the things you want. Okay. So you got to be that for other people. So with that being said, the biggest reason most people aren't successful in their businesses is because they spend too much time being consumers. That means you're spending too much time in your email, you're spending too much time on your social media consuming everybody else's content, products, or services, and not spending enough time positioning your own products and services. Okay, and that's for the people who are business owners. I'm a business owner. I love talking business. I love talking business prosperity and business prosperity without struggle. Okay, that is it. Business prosperity without struggle. And when it comes to Cyber Monday and Black Friday, and now we all know Black Friday and Cyber Monday is just code word for stuff's going to be on sale until the end of the year. Yeah, so you may get great discounts on the Friday or the Monday, but most of the time, these same consumers will actually extend these deals, And here's a tip for you, by the way, too. If there was a deal that passed, if it came in your email, if the deal passed and you want the deal and it truly is no longer on discount or on sale, if you email the seller, if you email them and ask them and just say you missed the deal, most of the time they'll extend it to you. You guys may not be aware of that. Most of the time they will extend that to you. But you got to be in the practice of asking, okay? Not just for that, but in life, you have to ask. Ask for your refund. Ask for your refill. Ask for whatever it is you need in your life, okay? So look, you guys, you're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 to 7 p.m., only on 101 TKO Radio. We will be back after the break. You guys stick around. Don't you go nowhere. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa. So, okay, you guys, look, I know I had shifted. I shifted the gears. I started talking about Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But man, this Diddy stuff keeps getting better and better and better. But before I go back to Diddy oh my God, Aaron Hall. Lord, let me say this. So I was talking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping, and us being consumers and getting out of too much consumerism. But check this out, because now I got some numbers. So we have spent $12 billion online shopping. Okay, this is as of yesterday.
And that's combining Black Friday and Cyber Monday? Or just...
Yes, that's combining Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This was just came out yesterday. So a record $12 billion. That's just online.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Especially when you think about, we've been told the economy's bad, we're in a recession. Okay, that's true for some people, not for all. We know interest rates are sky high. Buying a car, oh my God, trying to buy a house right now. I feel bad for folks trying to buy a house right now because the interest rates are so high. And in addition to that, all of the problems with Joe Biden, Donald Trump, our political system really is in turmoil. And I don't see us having anybody to choose from next year. If you're a Democrat, I don't even see us having anybody to choose from if you are a Democrat. So, but even with all of that, people are spending money. Now, the one thing we don't know is, are they spending money they actually have to spend or not? See, that's what it doesn't tell us. Exactly. And we know some people are doing that. We just don't know to what extent. Right? We don't know to what extent. So I wanted to put some numbers on that, y'all. Think about that. $12 billion. Like, I don't even know what that looks like. If it was $12 billion all stacked up in $1,000 bill, is it a such thing as $1,000 bill? I don't think so.
I know. I think it is $500.
It's a $500 bill?
I think so.
It's like a $2 bill. So if you take what is the largest American dollar bill? Yeah, that's what I need. We need Siri, we need Alexa on that. What is the largest American money dollar bill denomination? I guess that's what it's called. Let's say it's 500. There is a $500 bill.
No, 700.
What? Can you believe that? $100 bill is our largest dollar bill. $100. So how many $100 do we need to stack up to get to $12 billion? Right? How many rooms is that going to fill up? How many Teslas would you need to pop $12 billion in? That's what I need to know. Ask Siri or Alexa, how many $100 bills in $12 billion? Because I need a visual on that. And then I am so curious, out of the $12 billion, what percent of that is us spending that money shopping online? That's crazy because, yeah, we spend. But I want to know, how much are we spending? Because now listen, I'm always talking about my opinion, okay? And I'll say my humble opinion. And I would say, I have knowledge and experience with a lot of things, but I don't know everything, and I'm the first one to say I don't know everything. I don't know everything about finances. Like, yeah, I know how to make money. I know how to save money. I know how to not lose money. Right? Let me say it again. I know how to make money. I know how to save money, and I know how to not lose money. So those are three very important things to have, but I do not know everything about finances.
So there's 10 million $100 bill, will make 1 billion.
Okay, so we need 10 billion times 12.
10 million times.
I mean,
12.
10 million times 12. So 12 million $1 bills is 12 billion. 12 million. Okay, so how many rooms? You know, we're here in the Privy building. So how many rooms right here would we need to use to fill up the $1 bills? Listen, for how much money would it take for, let's say, what's his name, the Tesla guy, or let's say Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Warren Buffett. Somebody comes to you and says, "Hey Nelson, look, I got all of this money, right? All of these trucks roll up. It's 12 billion. I need to stack it up in this building. How much you gonna do it for?" Right? You gotta use your hands, you know, and maybe like $1 or something, but no special equipment, no special tools. How much do you need to get paid to do it all by yourself and stack up $12 billion? So that's 12 million $100 bills. And they're not in bags. They're gonna be in, you know how you see on TV when they just wrapped in that paper.
That's paper cuts.
It's yes.
Wow.
How much would you need to do it?
And then depending on how long is there a time limit for me to fill it up?
Well, it's probably gonna, you know, it's
because,
within 24 hours.
Ooh.
You don't think you can do it in 24 hours? Listen, Nelson, you come do some burpees with me. We're gonna knock that thing out. Okay.
If it's by myself?
Yeah, by yourself. That's how you get the money. That's the challenge. You got to stack it up in this building by yourself. So you wouldn't even know how to.
I wouldn't even know how to.
You wouldn't even know how to quote it.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to say, look, sir, Mr. Gates, give us about an hour, and we can get back to you with a proposal. Okay. See, I'm always gonna come with something. Right. If I don't have an answer, I just need a few minutes to come up with it. So yes, Mr. Elon Musk, we're definitely down for the task. If you give us 30 minutes to an hour, we'll come back with a proposal. How long it's going to take, X, Y, Z. So then we get our AI on the case.
Right. And then because I have to at least see, like, have some singles, because, you know, it's the same size of dollar, whatever, from wall to wall, how many,
exactly.
You know, how many it's going to take. Then from there, I'm like, okay.
Right. And that is when, see, that's when I'm going to bring in the AI to figure this stuff out for us. How many millions do we need to move per hour to get it done in 8 hours, 10 hours? And see, then we're going to go back to Mr. Musk or Mr. Gates, and we're going to give them a proposal. So yes, we can do it. If you want us to do it in 5 hours, it's going to cost X, Y, Z. We can do it in 24 hours for X, Y, Z, 8 hours for this. So I would put 3 proposals with 3 different prices.
Right. Definitely have to have one of those money counters to actually stack it up.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Before it's stacked, it's got to go through the counter.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not gonna do a single, you know, one at a time.
Well, yeah. So see, these are the type of, when I think about you know, those escape rooms and when you got to figure out all of this stuff. Right. See, I need this type of challenge. I don't need no challenge like Saw where I might lose my life. I don't want that one. That's too stressful. Right. But if you pull up in a truck and say, Keefa, you're the next contestant on to build a truck, to fill a room, whatever, how long is it going to take you to do X, Y, Z? You know, I'm going to run up. Yeah. Okay, so give me 30 minutes. I'm going to come back with some proposals and we're going to knock this thing out. That is the type of challenge that I dream about. Stacking money. Okay. Now, who can bring this challenge? Who can bring this challenge? So when I'm talking to you guys about like this sort of challenge, one of the things that I always think about is, so for every dollar I can make, I need to be able to give that back. And it's Giving Tuesday. It's Giving Tuesday. So even more, I want to amplify, right, this 12 million, right? 12 million $100 bills. That's $12 billion. If I can give 12 billion to get 12 billion, and I've got to figure out a way, how can I distribute and do the greatest good? Whatever that number is. Let's say it's let's say it's $5,000, $10,000. When I'm thinking about money projections for my business, I'm thinking about equal numbers in charity, right? And I think that is where so many business owners miss the mark. Because I'm always saying, you have got to be the things that you want to receive. So the focus is on figuring out the ways to give the things I want to receive, because that's the only way it comes back to us. How can I give $50 million because I want to receive $50 million or whatever it is? That is the challenge. So because every year I do a vision board, and we're coming up on an entire new year for 2024, and we've already established that people are spending money, right? So this is the thing, business tip, you guys, business tip. So listening up, you listening? Are you listening? Get closer. And I'll say it loud for the people in the back. People are spending money. So if you are solving their problems, they're going to spend money with you. Do not worry about when you hear the economy's bad, the interest rates are high, people are not buying. You have proof. I just read to you the headline of an article that just was published yesterday. The numbers are in. We have spent $12 billion, and that is just online. We're not even counting the money of all of y'all that's going into the Targets. And how do they say the fancy Dollar Tree? Okay, one of my clients said it yesterday. Delattre. I think it's the Delattre. Okay, the Delattre in the Target and Walmart. I don't know if Wally World has another fancy name, but whatever business you have, it is never, ever, ever about the economy and what the economy is doing. It is always about what you're doing. So do not get caught up in, oh yeah, people are not buying my product, or they're not doing this or that. The economy's bad right now. It's just all false. It's something in your business when you aren't making the sales that you want, when you're not getting the leads that you want. It is something in your business that is missing. Okay? It's something in your business that is missing. Everybody's not going to tell you that that's what it is. They'll say, oh yeah, the economy's bad. You know why they're saying that? Because see, they're in the same position as you, not making the money they want to make. This is why you have got to get into the tribes and circles where people are doing what you need done, and they're doing it with ease. So if you know you need more leads, more sales, you need to make more money, you got to be around the people that's doing that. So you see what they're doing and you know what they're doing. Because if you're around people who are not, they're going to tell you the same thing and reinforce those things that aren't true, which is, yeah, the economy's bad. Yeah, I'm in a bad location. That could be true. That could be true, especially if you have a brick and mortar business. Yeah, it's true you could be in a bad location, but why is it a bad location? These are the things that you got to know. A lot of times, now look, my gym is in a location, you can't see it from the street. I've been there 13 years. People would say my gym's in a bad location. Well, yeah, 13 years later, who knows? It could be a bad location. It could be not a bad location. So it is all perspective. And knowing the things that drive your business, if you want to be a part of that community that received that 12 billion, I want you to think about that. You are a part of that community that received 12 billion with a B like boy dollars. Right now, many of y'all are sitting on the other side. You deposited into that 12 billion, but you haven't made anything of that 12 billion. And you should be. Even if you don't do Cyber Monday deals or Black Friday deals. I'm trying to think the last time I've done a Black Friday deal where I've actually discounted something. Because I just tend to not discount my products or services. I believe in doing charity. See, that's the difference. I don't discount my products or services, but I believe in doing lots and lots of charity. Okay. And sometimes that means giving people products and services that will help them transform their life. Because yes, I have a mission. I want to make 5 billion. If that's my mission to make 5 billion, I got to be able to give back that 5 billion. In most cases, you got to figure out how to give back before you receive. Because see, it's the journey of the give back that causes the transformation of the receipt. Okay, you guys get that? It is the journey of giving back, that journey that you're on to give back, when that is your focus, it is that journey that causes the transformation that brings you the exact back to you. Okay, and we're talking abundance. I'm always talking abundance. I talk abundance in many different ways so that it is relative to how you're living your life and the things that you're doing in your life and in your business. Remember, health, wealth, and relationships. I always talk about it, health, wealth, and relationships. And so on this Giving Tuesday, I wanted to talk about giving back. You guys have done all your spending. You didn't bought everything. Listen, you didn't bought things that you already got somewhere in your closet. I do it all the time. I have so much stuff. I end up buying the same stuff because something's buried so deep in my drawers, or it's in the laundry room. I forgot I already had it. That happens. That means I buy too much stuff. Okay, I can't lie to myself about it. It's not gonna get me anywhere. I buy too much stuff. So if you're somebody like me and you know you buy too much stuff and you got tons of stuff with the tags on it, you never even wore it, but it's too late to send it back, you can donate it. You can donate these charities. There's lots of charities you can donate to. You can do some work, and it doesn't even have to be a large charity. When I used to be a Rough Rider, every year we adopted a family for Christmas. And it wasn't, listen, y'all, nowadays everything is formal. You got to go through this and got to go through that, and then privacy, you can't know this and that. Back in the days when we adopt families, look, do y'all know anybody in need? Okay, put this family in the hat. Once we decide what family it's going to be, they got 6 children, get a list, get a Christmas list from all the children and the parents, and we come together and we fill that list. And then we show up on Christmas or the night before, whatever day we agree with the parents, and we deliver all of that stuff. It was just that simple. It wasn't no privacy laws or none of that. That's charity. You can do that. And I tell you what, that is some of the funnest, most fulfilling stuff I have ever done in my life to this day, was giving back. So on this Giving Tuesday, I want you guys to think about ways that you can give back. You're listening to Savage Talk on 101 TKO Radio. We're going to be back after the break, so don't go nowhere. What's up? What's up, y'all? We are back. We are back. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio. So, look, you guys, we're on until 7. We got about 15 minutes. We have talked Diddy's cancellation, right? Which, in my mind, it's not even a question anymore. Okay? That is exactly why I said it like that. We have talked Diddy's cancellation. It's inevitable. We have touched the surface of Aaron Hall's cancellation. That's on the way. And we have also talked about all of the money that we've spent shopping online. And we've also talked about giving back. So when you create your vision boards this year, hopefully you guys all are doing a vision board, right? A vision board is there to help you manifest everything you need in your life for the following year, okay? And really, I'm saying year, but you can do a vision board every quarter if you wanted to. And sometimes you need to review and revisit it. But so what you need to have on your vision boards, y'all, you need to have something in there for your health. You need to have something in there for your wealth. Okay, so under your health and under your wealth, it'll be like a tree. You're going to have branches. You need to have something in there for your relationships. These are how I start my vision boards. Okay, health, wealth, and relationships. Everything else falls under one of those categories. And you need to have actions under those categories that are going to lead you to the growth and transformation that you desire. Okay, now I'm going to give you an example. I love giving examples. So let's start with health. You have health on your vision board. What is it that you want to manifest for your health? Losing weight falls under health. Gaining weight falls under health. Beating cancer falls under health. Whatever it is, it might be simple aesthetics, or it might be something major like lowering your blood pressure, losing 50 pounds, getting rid of diabetes, whatever that is, stop smoking. These are all under health, okay? And even though it may not sound like those are general things I just said. So if you have a goal of lowering your blood pressure, you're going to put that on your vision board under health. And then you're going to add the things you're going to do to cause that to come true. So I don't believe in just doing a vision board. In fact, a few years back, when doing my vision board parties, I started using the term Vaction board, which is vision plus action, all on the same board, okay? So your vision board has actions on it, okay? A Vaction board. So you got your health. Underneath your health, let's say you want to, lower your blood pressure. Let's say you want to lower your blood pressure. Underneath, and you might have lots of things, lower blood pressure, lose 30 pounds, lose my gut, whatever it is, you have those line items there. When I do my vision boards, I do them kind of like mind maps. Okay, that's the way my brain works. I got a bubble with lines coming off the bubble. Okay, and then from those lines, they're like branches, like a tree. Lower blood pressure. And then underneath, lower your blood pressure, you have more branches. And those branches are going to be the actions you're going to take. So you might have a branch that says, start going back to the gym. Okay. Now, under that branch, going back to the gym, I would get even deeper into it. I would put training 5 days a week at the gym, training 4 days a week at the gym, whatever it is. I would get very specific because, again, these are the actions that are going to cause the transformation. I've seen oftentimes with vision boards, people just put everything on the vision board with no understanding how they're going to get there, how they're going to make it happen. And the thing is, you have to know at minimum the starting actions that are going to get you there. It doesn't make sense to have this vision board with all of this stuff and then you have no actions to support it and you really don't know how you're going to get there. You got to have a plan. And a plan is just a cohesive action list. Right? That's what your plan should be, a cohesive action list. I like to have the actions on my vision board because then it is a lot easier to plan out the actions and have a timeline associated with it. How many times have we created vision boards and then we look at it the next year and we didn't hit any of our targets, or maybe we only hit one target? Sometimes we haven't even looked at our vision boards. So the goal is to make the connection to your actions causing your transformation. This is why I've never even done a digital vision board, but Canva has templates for digital vision boards. I haven't done it because there is power in writing. There's power in writing. You want to know how I know that? Because think about it. Have you ever watched, this is going back, but have you ever watched Intervention? Have you ever been to an intervention or heard about an intervention? There's a reason why they have the loved ones read a letter and not just tell them how they feel. You see, because the brain starts burning neurons into your memory when you write things down and read them. It is a different connection that you make, and you're going to be more likely to complete an action when you write it and read it and make that connection. Okay? I want you guys to understand that. That's why I personally believe in doing visual paper action boards. Okay? Taking action is the way to cause your transformation. And I don't want you to make the mistake in thinking that not taking action is not an action. Okay? That's a choice. If you choose not to take action, that's an action. It's just not the one that's going to get you where you're trying to go. You understand? You have got to take actions that are on the path to your goals. And your vision board, with your actions associated with the goal, is how you can do it. I'm not saying that's the only way. It's not the only way. But I find it is a way that gives you comfort because you know what to do. How many times do you get stuck just because you're not sure what to do? You don't know what to do, so you end up doing nothing. See, that's where so many people are sitting right now. That's where they've been sitting last year, the year before that. It's because they're not sure what to do, so they do nothing. And that is a way to not get nothing. Oh, wait, did I say that right? That is a way to get nothing. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. So with your vision board, number one, understand the power of it as a tool. Just like we use ring lights, just like we use these camera holders, all of the stuff you now use AI to help you craft content. These are all tools. And your vision board is also a tool if you build it to be used as a tool. I want y'all to get that. So go into it knowing you are creating a tool to be used every day or weekly, however you need to use it to cause your transformation. That's what we're doing. So when we take action, we're causing an effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. Right? Energy, laws of the universe, cause and effect. If you do this thing is going to happen. If you don't do this thing is not going to happen. If you don't go work out, you're not going to get the body you want. And you know what? And I'm going to tell you, I don't care if you get surgery, you're not going to get the body you want. Because trust me, even with surgery, the people that get surgery still don't be happy with their bodies. And they still need to work out, especially if they've had surgery. So you've got to have it on your radar. You're going to the gym. If you know you don't know what you need to do, I just talked about when you don't know what to do, we just do nothing. That's why people go to the gym. They don't know what to do, and they stand around looking and thinking about what they're going to do, waiting for somebody to get off this machine or that machine, whatever. They're stuck in the land of I don't know. And the land of I don't know means I don't take action. So if you know you're one of those people and you don't know what to do, you need to get with an expert who does know what to do so you're not wasting time doing nothing and not reaching your goals. Because doing nothing costs you money. Right? Again, it's perspective. If you have a goal of lowering your blood pressure and you think because you're spending $10 at Planet Fitness that you're actually doing yourself a service, you're not doing yourself any service. You're getting what you pay for. You're getting what you pay for. And on top of that, your health is declining. Your health is declining. So I want you to think about the real cost of not taking action. Now I'm using fitness as an example, but it's the same with paying taxes. People know they need to pay taxes, but don't. They know they needed to file, but are afraid to see what they owe, so they don't take action. And that's the worst thing to do because it always costs you more when you should take an action but don't. It's going to cost you in time. It's going to cost you in money. Or it's going to cost you in health. And it may cost you all three of those things all at the same time. Okay, so taking no action costs more than taking an action. I want you guys to remember that. Because as we come in to 2024, we have all of December. We have all of December coming up. Like literally, we're a couple days away, which I can't even believe the year went by so fast. And with the 31 days we have left, 32, 33 days, whatever it is, now that I know, which I know, you guys have done all your shopping and you're part of that $12 billion that was spent, I want you to think about in your vision board, right up there with your health, wealth, and relationships, I want you to have give back. Right up there with the same priority and importance. Give back. And then you're going to drill that down into, okay, is it going to be a charity? How you're going to give back? Just like I said with the fitness, to get down to the actions of how you are going to give back so that you in turn will receive all that you need in life and that you want in life. So your give back muscle is now going to start getting worked as much as I need to make money in my business muscle. Okay? That muscle is going to get the same attention and the same love. And watch what happens, y'all. Your business will explode. Your happiness will overfill your cup. People will be drawn to you. People that want to work with you, people that just want to be in your presence, they will be drawn to you. Because what happens is your energy, your giving back will cause your energy and your vibrations to raise to a level that allows you to receive. If right now you're not receiving the way you want, it's just that energy, your vibrations need to rise to the same level is where the receipt is coming. Okay, you ever seen heat waves? You look at the ground when it's hot, you look at the tarmac, and you see those heat waves rising, they're wavy. Now, you don't see those all the time, but I point it out because I have to point out things that we don't see because sometimes we forget that they're there or that they're real just because we don't see it. The same way we don't see microwave waves, it's energy. We don't see infrared, but it's there. We have proof. We have proof. We have radio waves. We have internet waves. All of that stuff is invisible to our human eye, but it exists. And we have proof that it exists. So I need you guys on those vision boards to get your priorities all in check, get your giving back muscle built so that you can have the 2024 that you so desire. All right, you guys. So look, y'all know what you've been listening to. Savage Talk with Keefa. I'm your Savage Coach, Keefa. I am so grateful and thankful to you for listening in, for allowing me to take up a little bit of space in your brains and hopefully deposit some things that you're okay with. I'll be back on Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. and we'll see if it's gonna be some more Diddy world to talk about. Diddy, Big Willie, the list grows. It grows and grows and grows. But I'm always gonna talk about building your business. I love current events. I love all of this stuff. But you know what I love more? I love my own life more. I love my own business more. I love my own giving back more. And I want that for all of y'all. I want you to have success without struggling. Have all the relationships that you so desire in your life, all the networking, all of that. So with that being said, I'm your host. I'm your Savage Coach, Keefa. You've been listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio. That's the show.